Hello everybody, welcome. We are live on YouTube. Please confirm you guys can hear me. Interrupt me if you can't. But yeah, welcome everybody. This is EMP.Money. This is our live AMA and Detonator rollover live stream. And we have a lot of news today, boy. Let me tell you what, we've been busy as hell. So it might be a little bit of a shorter AMA, just because I'm dead tired. I've been in meetings all day today. But I'll give you all some alpha after the rollover. And yeah, we took yesterday off. The community ran the AMA on Fridays. That's probably going to be the schedule moving forward. And Crypto Mike, one of our team members and YouTube personalities, he'll probably be running the AMAs on Tuesdays. But I'm going to be here at least 4 or 5 days a week, and we're going to continue our daily AMAs. So alright, let me pull up Detonator and we'll go right into it here. So again, if you're on Telegram, please join us over on YouTube as well, and we'll see you over there. Let me pull up my screen. Alright, awesome. We should be good to go. So here is Detonator. Again, for those of you that are new, EMP.Money is an algorithmic coin that is pegged to the price of Ethereum. So what that means is EMP is essentially fractionalized Ethereum, just like Satoshis are to Bitcoin. EMP is to ETH, and so we're pegged at a ratio of 4,000 to 1. So that would mean a $4,000 Ethereum would be a $1 EMP. And what this does is it gives an amazing earning potential while still being exposed to Ethereum. And our liquidity is half of actual BEP20 Ethereum. So that, again, the algorithmic part wouldn't matter if we didn't have the liquidity. But we have over $7 million in liquidity, actually closer to 7.5 million. So again, ETH is on a little bit of a pullback, 3,200. So again, as ETH goes down, our liquidity dollar value drops, but I mean, there's still well over there's a lot of ETH in the contracts. So it's bullish and backs up all the claims that we're making. So alright, and so Detonator is a daily ROI contract, and what that means is, you deposit into the contract with LP tokens. So again, EMP ETH LP, that's good for the protocol because it locks up more liquidity, but it's great for all the investors as well, because they're getting rewarded in half Ethereum and half EMP. So again, you're earning actual Ethereum while doing this, and we're offering a 365% return on investment. You don't have access to that capital, but you're given a small amount every second, and we call that your burst. So you get your daily burst back every 24 hours, and the idea is that you continue to compound and be a responsible player in the game, and you get out more than what you put in over time. So another really unique part of Detonator is our reward mechanism. We offer a daily largest prize and a daily lottery prize. So right now that is $28,556, and we give that out every day times 2. So it's not split, it's each pool gets that. So if you're depositing your capital or you're compounding, you're entitled to tickets, and those tickets entitle you to the lottery. And the lottery is a lossless lottery, so you still get credit for all your deposits or compounds. The lottery is on top of everything. So again, super bullish. And then the largest prize of the day, so whoever deposits the largest amount within a 24-hour period, they also get 1% of the pool, which is again about $28,550. So it's really exciting. We're gonna see some fireworks here at the end, hopefully, while whales come around and snipe. I wasn't around yesterday, but I think we had about a 40 LP and then an 81 LP that finally took it. It may have been even a little bit more than that, 170. So again, the idea is, people out snipe each other for a better deal, but the overall value increases the pool size. So we're just under 27,000 LP in the pool. We should definitely break that by the time we're ready to roll over and the incoming volume. We have 1,232 players in Detonator. Again, been growing by 30 or 40 new people every day, which is a great sign. And everything is looking very healthy. So we have about 7 minutes until our rollover. I'll do a 1-minute warning and a 10-second countdown, but make sure you're claiming or compounding. Again, the most responsible way to play would be to compound more than you claim. So again, if you compound 5 days a week and claim twice a week, or even compound 6 days a week and claim once a week, you can really turn Detonator into a weekly paycheck that will pay you indefinitely as long as there's funds in the pool. So it is a game, it's not an annuity, but it's one of the most sustainable ROI contracts ever developed. So, alright, anybody have any questions or comments real fast? And then we'll go into a deep dive after the rollover. I can talk about our some mega news we had yesterday. We are actually a featured article on Cointelegraph. So we had again we've been working with a PR team and again behind the scenes and they were able to get us in front of Cointelegraph and yeah, that article launched last night. So that's really exciting for the community to be included in one of the largest, if not the largest crypto online crypto publication there is. So we saw that happen last night, and we are trending right now on CoinGecko as well. We're number 2 and number 3 in Europe and in America, and hopefully we'll be in number 1 on the next update. But yeah, we're killing it in every way possible. Even though again, ETH is having a pullback, the overall market as a whole has been on a bit of a pullback. But we're continuing to grow, and worst case scenario, maintain, which is incredible. So yeah, that's awesome stuff. And again, for those of you who haven't read the article, definitely jump on over to Cointelegraph and give it a read. It explains why EMP is different and what makes us unique. So, and that's not even, those 2 things aren't even the alpha that I'll drop after the rollover. So again, we're really doing awesome things, and make sure that you share it with people. I mean, again, Cointelegraph gives us a lot of street cred, and share it in some of their groups. Again, not project specific groups. You don't want to be banned for shilling. But if you're in some friendly private groups or on Discord with your buddies, definitely post that article and tell them to do their own research on why EMP is special. So, alright, we have under 5 minutes. Again, I'll do a 1-minute warning and a 10-second countdown. So, anybody else have anything you want to say or add within 1 minute?
AJ, I'm just curious about, I've never even asked you or knew much about you, just curious on what your background is. You do an amazing job with everything you're doing here and all this bullish news with
Thanks,
the
Joe.
publications, trending number 2, and launching new website coming out soon, and just there's so much to come. I'm just curious on what your background is. I'm sure other people are too.
Yeah, no doubt, brother. So, again, I am KYC'd and doxed. If you want to Google you can probably find me. I'm not gonna give my last name on stream just because, but I have a very extensive background. I'm an artist by trade. I have a whole career outside of crypto. I actually ended up doing a portrait, a painting for President Obama. That was my claim to fame, so to speak. So that really kicked off my career, and then I started about three other real life businesses, anywhere, and again, uh, all art related or entertainment related. And again, was able to be really successful in traditional business. And I went full time crypto in about 2014, 2016. I got involved in 2014, but really went full time in 2016. So my other businesses that are running on their own, and now I'm able to focus my 100% attention into crypto. So again, I've been an investor, a multi-million-dollar portfolio, but this was again, we always wanted to do our own project. When I say we, my inner circle, crypto Mike, Jake, Marty, Lunes, but we wanted to do a project that we could actually get behind and everybody could win with, and so that's how this all came about, and we're making it happen. So again, we do things differently, and I think it shows over the last few months. But again, yeah, Joe, hopefully that answers some of your questions without getting too detailed. So.
No, absolutely. That's impressive with doing artwork there for a president. So yeah, good for you, man.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, no doubt. No matter what your political view is, he was a really down to earth guy, and it was a pretty amazing opportunity for me. So, and that was, I mean, my God, that was like 10 or 12 years ago now. Time flies when you're having fun, man. So.
I think you should call him, reconnect, and tell him about EMP.
There you go, man. I like it. Yeah, trust me. If I still had his, if I had a personal connection, I would have been on the phone months ago, brother. No doubt. But you never know, man. Maybe we can get his attention again. Awesome, guys.
Hey AJ,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I've got a question as well. I saw earlier, I think it's Jake, you mentioned about the NFTs and the boosters and things.
Yeah,
Do we have
bro.
any sort of
Yeah, for sure, brother. Great to hear from you, and thanks for all your help, man. Again, not only community-based stuff, but also helping me behind the scenes. So, yeah, bro, I'll jump right into that. That's going to be the first bit of alpha as soon as we do the rollover. So, give me like again 45 seconds,
Oh yeah, I've just seen the
and
time.
yep,
Yeah,
we'll
no
jump
worries.
in. So, all right, guys, let's see. We have 40 seconds. Again, I'll do a 10-second countdown. Keep an eye on that large deposit bonus. A little snipe came in 23. Let's see if that holds up. And pool balance is already over 27,000. Here we go. Don't forget to compound.
There's no way 23 is going to hold.
I hope not, brother. Let's see. All right. If they do, that's good on them, man. Again, you gotta risk first reward. So, boom! Oh my God, massive deposit. Yeah, 254 LP. Incredible. 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh my God, I was so focused.
Wow.
Sorry, guys, I didn't do a 10-second
Wow.
countdown. Massive.
There was a,
Yeah.
I think there's 141 as well.
Was there, Will? Yeah, brother. Again,
I'll have to try and check.
All right, yeah. If somebody can check for me, we're gonna show everybody how to check on their own, on BSC, the scanner. But man, that was incredible.
That video
So,
tomorrow. All right, it's updated.
There it is, guys. So 27,432 LP. So with those major snipes at the end, and the rollover. Again, if you don't claim or compound, you give it back to the pool, which is very unique to our protocol. It gives not only it makes it more sustainable, but it also rewards those of you that are daily active users. So and you don't lose out on those rewards. It just takes an additional a few hours or days, depending on how long it's been since you claimed a compound, to reach your ROI. So, man, that's amazing. So, again, we had about 600 LP come into the protocol, and it's still updating. So, even more than that, yeah, about 600, 700 LP come into the protocol today alone. So, we're at $2.9 million in the pool US, and that's with Ethereum being down, about 10%. So really exciting, guys. Man, that was epic today. So congrats to whoever got it, and any of the lottery winners as well. If you won, definitely jump on. So, and Mike, how are you, bro? You're here too.
I
Great.
won again. I won
No
again.
way.
No
No
way,
way.
Jesse. Did you, bro?
Whoop, whoop.
Wow, man.
I knew I recognized that EE address.
Wow, Jesse, that's amazing,
Yes,
bro.
man.
So have you've been compounding like a madman though, right?
Obviously, that's why I won again, I'm guessing.
Yes, no doubt, bro. I mean, the compounding is very, very powerful. Because again, you're getting tickets for every time you are compounding. So, congrats, man. Well, that's epic.
That is epic.
Yeah, I've been trying to follow like intervals of 8 compounded twice a day, claiming once a day. So
Yes.
I'm compounding twice as much as I'm claiming.
Nice, brother. Absolutely.
Now you won't have to compound as much to
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
to get maxed out. 50 tickets a day. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
thanks,
Wow.
guys.
Good for you, bro. And that's what it's about, guys.
Good
I
for
mean,
you.
it is, again, I know it can be a little disheartening to have multiple winners, but, with the system, you're rewarded for doing the right thing. So Jesse's been compounding. He just said two times a day. A lot of you have been, not able to put in that kind of effort. And, the ones that are the ones that get rewarded. So you get
Hey,
in
I have a
what you
question
put
for you,
out.
AJ.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Yeah.
Just a quick question. Can you see how many people compound in a day to see kind of like what that ratio is out of the 1,200 people in this protocol?
So yeah, I'm sure we can. Jake, that's a better question for Jake. But
Yeah.
those analytics will be in the new UI. So somebody mentioned it a little earlier. I think Joe did. So yeah, we've been dropping some alpha. And I actually saw Julius in the chat. I don't know if he's still here. If he's not shy, maybe he can say a few words. But we brought on a new UI designer and have an incredible new UI that we're releasing that will
Yeah,
have a
it's
lot
sick.
more info. So Mike, I showed you, bro. What do you think? Give him the hype. I hyped it up, bro.
Man, oh God, dude. I don't even know, man. I mean, like, well, they just think I'm gonna hype, but
Yeah.
it's freaking I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. It's freaking badass. Like it looks like it's $100,000 website, which it is, but it's like we got the hookup, because
Totally. And it's not so
yeah.
what makes it different, Mike said this, which it resonated really well with me, was it doesn't look like a fork. Like right now we have some
not at all.
UI that's been reused from other projects or people, implementing what we have done, but this is on a whole nother level. Like it
Oh,
makes
yeah.
us look
I mean,
like
like
a
literally the
standalone.
tools
Yeah.
and the tools being implemented into the website where it gives you the strategies when you hover over things. Like it's just so intuitive. I feel like we won't really need the academy.
Yeah, and
I
that's
feel like
and that's bullish.
yeah,
I mean, the academy will
yeah,
be for those that really want to learn and dive in, but the idea is
right.
we want to make it, easy for people that find the site or are new to this that they can get involved. I mean, the barrier of entry, the idea is to lower the barrier of entry as low as we possibly can. So, yeah, there'll be tooltips, there'll be, little animated videos. I mean, it's going to be so sick. So I can't wait to show all you guys, and it's we're calling it, the aesthetic is sci-fi meets DeFi. So a lot of
That's great.
sci-fi elements, and yeah, Julius is killing it. We had a front-end developer. He had to go to another project, but I think that we found another front-end guy. And again, Jake can do everything, but I want to have Jake working on, putting him where he belonged as far as like making new products for us. So again, I don't have a date or a time frame for you guys. It's definitely going to be a few more weeks, but hopefully less than a month, somewhere in there. So again, new UI coming. So yeah, and then
I mean, like,
Go ahead.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the entire UI was the detonator.
Yes,
like
bro.
the nodes are dope. Don't get me wrong with the animated, GIFs or whatever. Those are sick, bro. I really think they're cool. But dude, the freaking detonator was so bad. And the way it says printing when it's printing. What are the three? Do you have it? It's like
Yeah, so I know this is another suggestion from the community. So we're actually going to have a visual display of when the boardroom is printing, Zen phase, and not printing. So it'll actually show you, so you don't have to, do the math or figure out TROP. You'll know
Yeah,
immediately,
it's sick.
yeah, what's happening. So
And
yeah,
it's just, and honestly, AJ, like the other side is that it's actually cool. I mean,
yeah,
like actually really freaking cool. Like that's just like, it's sexy, it's sexy. So I
exactly.
just think that like, that's a big part of it too. And you're going to be proud to show your friends. You're going to be proud to be like, check this out. And I think it's going to go a long way.
For sure, brother. Absolutely. And again, it plays into more of our next phase, so to speak, where we go towards more mass adoption, where not only are we simplifying things, but we're also making them. That's a great word, sexy. We're making it sexy. So, um, yeah, man, awesome. So, all right, let me go ahead and pull up my background just so I can open up Telegram and get into more questions, and then I'll go over the node update. So, hang on one second, guys.
Awesome.
All right, so we should be good now. Let me pull up my questions. Hang on one second.
AJ, I'm going to let you rock it, brother. I got to run.
All right, Mike, thanks for jumping on, bro. And yeah, man, Mike has a bunch of videos coming out. It's a little bit of alpha too. Not going to give anything away, but there's a lot more YouTube coverage in the works. So yeah, man.
Well, we're bringing an entire massive community over here, and it's going to be awesome because, real recognizes real, guys, and you guys are amazing, and everybody in here that believes in this project and the protocol and understands it, just understands, this is an everybody wins situation. And when I broke this down to someone special out there, I won't say their name, but a special influencer who I really have been just kicking it with, and been working with him on a few strategies with his own portfolio, and he's really impressed and has made a lot of money with it. And so he sat down with AJ and I today for about 3 hours.
Yes.
And literally like went through this entire protocol, and he was so impressed that this is going to be in his top 3, and he's going to show it to his community. And he's got it's not like an incredibly large community, but he has people that when they just like, you got those certain communities where it's like a cult following, man, where it's like he says jump, they say how high, because he's earned their trust and he only brings the best of the best to the table. At least he tries, and that's the goal, right? And so not just promoting every little thing, which I've even felt I fell in that trap before, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been there. I promoted stuff that didn't do well, and I continue to find myself in why do I promote these degen plays? I'm just not that guy. I'm more of a stable farming, yield farming kind of guy. It's my background. But anyways, yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. And I love you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll jump on tomorrow for a second as well, AJ, and yeah,
right.
We'll talk tomorrow.
All right, Mike. Awesome, brother. Yeah, man.
See you guys.
Yep, you got it, brother. Take it easy. So, yeah, guys, we had a 3-hour meeting today. Again, that's why I might have to cut it short today for the AMA. But we, again, this guy, for those of you that, again, may have an inkling who it is, same sort of James Pelton kind of guy that has an amazing following, that doesn't do, crazy degen stuff. And even if he did cover that, he would have a warning, and it's about ongoing coverage that we can grow EMP together with. So it's going to be bullish, and again, it's just adding more people in our corner that understand what we're doing and can help get that message out to a larger audience. So all right, let me go over the nodes. So some of you may have seen that we did a quick update on nodes without anything kind of precursor to that. And again, there's nothing to it happened a lot faster than we thought because Jake had some time today to get it done. But when we had to alter some code when we launched with Beefy, and that gave us an opportunity to go back in and just clean things up a little bit on the node contracts. Again, nothing was an issue. This just allows for a lot more flexibility. So what we've done on the back end is make it to where, again, the APR that is adjusted based on our PEG is now trustless. So this was already happening in the background, but now it's updated even in a smaller variable. I think again, and something that is based in the actual code now, so we don't have to rely on any outside variables. It automatically calculates where we are at peg and adjusts the APR to fit. So what this means is you actually see a better APR on nodes the higher we are above peg. And most importantly, what the code update did was allow us to integrate bonuses or boosts, we're calling them. And what this is it will allow us to reward like good actors or run contests that will actually boost your APR on nodes for a certain amount of time. Again, it probably won't be indefinitely. This is just kind of a short-term thing, but it will also allow that same concept to be applied to NFTs. So we'll be able to sell NFTs that will boost APRs, and again, that will help us fund our treasury, and also allow investors to make even more with nodes. All the while, we're not taking away from everybody that's already in. So again, the treasury backs up all of our EMP payouts. So with treasury backing, the sustainability is really, really powerful. So again, that's kind of just a quick update. It wasn't again, no life-changing alterations or anything that we have to worry about. It's all bullish. It just gives us even more flexibility on how to apply game theory to nodes. So I think Jake, you might be on. Jake, I don't know if you're here, brother. If you want to add anything, or you may be busy.
Nope, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. Basically, kind of elaborate on the issue with defi is that this wasn't happening trustlessly. I had a external server running on AWS that was reading in the swap and adjusting the total percentage of the pool that's going to be distributed for the nodes, and which in turn affects your APR. So basically, this was reliant on that external server. So to get it accepted on BC, we had to shut that server down so that it was trustless, and that caused the variable APR to be static for the past couple of days since we got on BC. So went back and applied some pending changes that we were working on, as well as making that trustless, so it's written in the contract code, and pushed that and ran the migration script. So now everything is good to go, and that's should be happening in real time, or technically whenever there's a claim or new node purchase, it will recalculate the swap and then adjust the APR accordingly. So that is better. So in case Amazon's AWS servers when they get nuked or something, then this would not go down.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another step in, again, trustless, and what that means, trustless, for those of you, again, maybe noobs or whatever, that means that, again, there's no human element in it where it's all based on code, so we can't alter it even if we wanted to. It's bullish for, decentralization and the overall ecosystem. So yeah, everything in regards to that is now trustless. Again, Beefy did a full audit on everything we were doing, and that was one of the requirements, but so we just had to migrate it for the short term, and again, we haven't changed anything in regards to those contracts. We just updated the variables. So all right, yeah, everything's good. All right, awesome, Jake. Thanks for the clarification,
Hey.
man. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, somebody there?
Hi.
Hey,
It's
LA. Hey, what's up? How are you?
good. I just have a question about what Jake just said.
For sure.
Yeah, you just said every time a new node gets purchased, it kind of readjusts. So how does that actually work? Like, how does a new node being purchased affect it?
For sure. So, Jake, you there? You want to
Yeah,
say that? Go ahead, bro.
yeah. So anytime that basically there's no way to update the variable which contributes to your APR automatically. Like, there's not some process or loop that can be run by Binance any blockchain really, that is going to constantly update that code. So it requires basically a transaction to be able to update any variable, and that I basically just tied it to both the claiming as well as the node creation transactions, so that once those are executed, it will give out the pending rewards, and then it will recalculate the APR based on the swap and set it to that value. So basically, it's just having the tetherator tie it to a transaction, kind of piggyback off of it, so that it's trustless and able to be done that way.
Yeah, there has to be a trigger, basically. So yeah, it just can't be, there has to be some sort of action or trigger that makes it update the calculations. And again, the APR is calculated on not only TROP now, but also how many EMP is in the pool. So again, the more nodes that are bought, that affects the APRs as well. So does that help, LA?
Yeah, I was just trying to understand. Is more APR gonna make the is more TVL gonna make the APRs higher or lower?
Hey, AJ.
Yeah, Maverick, go ahead.
So I understood exactly what Jake was saying. So it sounds like from the beefy audit required us to not rely on some external server to constantly monitor and update all the data to update the APR, and so we had to figure out something else to initiate that process internally. So they tied it to events that we as a community do to trigger, like a claim or a purchase. So when somebody claims or purchases something, a node, that triggers the recalculation of the APR. Is that
Yes,
a more simplistic way of saying?
Yeah, that's exactly how I interpret it. I don't know if Jake wants to elaborate on that, but yes, go ahead. And then LA, I'll get to your question too. Sorry. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Yep, that's it. And then LA, to your question, if increasing TVL will affect the APR, really it's not about that. It comes down to the inflow versus outflow of EMP. So if everyone were to stop buying nodes and start claiming today, then eventually the APR would start declining. And vice versa. If more people were to be buying nodes versus claiming, and the APR would be increasing over time. So the total TVL is the correct way to look at it, ultimately. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, killer, guys. Yeah, and again, I mean, any questions? Well, Jake is here. Again, I have an understanding, but it's always good to hear it from the horse's mouth. So, yeah, any other questions in regards to nodes or anything specific for Jake until he has to head out?
Hey AJ, I got something on nodes real quick.
Okay. Yeah, how are you, brother? Go ahead.
Good, man. Good. Just enjoying a beautiful weekend. I was just curious on this new update that you were talking about with I think you're going to call it Boost or something like that. When do you have any sort of anticipated time frame from when you're going to start rolling stuff like that out? I know it's in the code now, but when are we going to see, that kind of thing?
For sure, yeah, Kurt. And so that is, again, one of the reasons why, I think maybe some people are like, what? With the update, they're like, we didn't even know anything about this. So, again, in order to implement something, we have to have it available in the code to begin with. But we will always, before we do anything that actually affects, the economics or the ecosystem, we will always give you guys plenty of heads up and an update. So, again, this was just something that we needed to do on the back end, and again, us being as transparent as we possibly can be, anytime we do anything, we want to let you guys know. So that's where the update came from. But yeah, to answer your question, it's going to depend on, again, when Jake can kind of get to it. Ideally, another couple of weeks, But right now, Jake is 100% focused on a new contract that will allow us to bolster our treasury and utilize Ethereum. So again, I've teased it a few times. We thought that we were going to do it with a stable coin, but we're actually thinking that we're going to have more of an impact using native ETH or BEP20 ETH directly. So again, I'll give updates on that when I can, as well as this new, boosts play. But yeah, again, anything we do, you get plenty, at least a week heads up before we actually implement it. So does that help, Kurt?
Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get the concept behind it because I'm a developer, not in this space, but in a different space. So I totally understand what you're talking about. I was just curious because it sounds like a great idea. If you guys had put it on the roadmap, but it sounds like it's some other things take priority, which is totally cool.
Yeah, brother, absolutely. And again, I mean, that's the beauty of the team that we have right now in the community. Again, the EMP Army, especially, and all of you guys, really. I mean, we have a roadmap, but along the way, like, stuff will happen where, and again, to quote one of my favorite people on the planet, Bob Ross, it turns into, like, a happy accident. So there may be something that, again, we have to do or alter, and we think, well, if we're going to have to alter this anyway, what can we do to make it even better? So that's how kind of this idea on boosts came around for nodes. And again, that's kind of just some inside baseball on how our development works behind the scenes. But yeah, absolutely, bro. So again, to recap, all of the actual implementation will be at least another 2 or 3 weeks. But we'll give plenty of heads up before that so people can prepare. And again, if we end up doing NFTs that are purchasable, it could be another use case for EMP alone, whether, a portion of that gets burned or goes into other reward pools. There's a lot of ways that we can benefit the overall ecosystem through those sort of economics. So, awesome. All right, Kurt.
I have
Yeah, good.
Someone in the group today wrote something about how you guys are possibly changing the lottery system to benefit like people with small and medium bags. What do they mean by that?
For sure. So we have, again, a lot of updates and tweaking that we're conceptualizing in the background. And we are, again, planning on a lot of things. So the most immediate implementation is, and I've said this in multiple AMAs before, was implementing our multiplier. Again, we haven't implemented a multiplier yet because it dilutes those of us that are in, and the pool balance has been healthy and continued to grow. So, but we do feel like now, at least implementing a multiplier on compounding would be very healthy, and it would alleviate a lot of the issues we're seeing with what we call the burst drain, which again is just part of how the ecosystem works, because as more money comes in, if you're not adding new capital, then obviously your burst is gonna go down. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we have in the works right now to again benefit everybody, and yeah, I can't really talk about specifics, but we are planning on implementing things that would make it a little bit more advantageous to smaller users without taking away from the whales, because again, everybody in the ecosystem has their place, and we just want to make sure that the ecosystem as a whole is functioning at the highest level. So does that help? I wish I could be more specific, but I'm just not really at a point yet.
I thought somehow I missed some big announcement, and when I read that, I was like, I haven't heard anything about that. So I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, absolutely. And again, I mean, unless you hear it from us, or there's going to be a lot of things that are said in chat or may or not be true. I would always check the pinned messages in Telegram and on Discord, and we are working on an announcements channel as well. I think we already have it up. We just gotta start implementing it. So that will help, again, keep all the actual news in one spot. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing going to be done overnight or changed. And even if we did propose a change, the community would have plenty of time to give their feedback on it. So, and prepare for it. So, and yeah, that also plays into, possibly moving up the rollover date, or time rather. I know, again, this is late for everybody in Europe, and we are considering moving up the an hour or two, to help with that, as well as a lot of other things with Detonator, that at the end of the day just make Detonator that much better. So it's organic growth. I mean, we take in the data that we have and we analyze it and we implement. If we need to implement things to make it that much better, then we will. So that's the beauty of it. Blockchain is immutable, but we can always implement things to make the economics even better. So.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Hensher. How are you, my friend?
Yes, sir. Good, and you?
Good, brother. Good. What's up?
Good, doing good. I just want to chip in something based on the multiplier and the lottery, and we are trying to see how the system works flawlessly and without draining or draining the pool or draining or disadvantaging anybody. So I really think that the multiplier will anybody that is compounding will always benefit from the multiplier, because you compound, you benefit from it. So I was thinking that just a suggestion that can be taken also into consideration when we are trying to implement that, keeping the multiplier and the lottery system. I don't know whether our system, the pool, will be able to accommodate for that, both of them at the same time. But what I was trying to say is that we should also consider that the multiplier maybe make it somehow to be a little bit bigger and accommodates or takes away the lottery system, and we keep the largest deposit still there for people that come in big and win something. But for the lottery, for me, that's just what I'm thinking, that we should have that in mind, such that if the two being at the same time and drain the pool, we rather put it all in compounding, because that is compounding is an effect which all of us, we know that it brings positive influence on the whole ecosystem. So if we are rewarding everybody based on compounding, I think that is even better off than a lottery, because with lottery, let's be clear, there are people that compound. I just heard the person that won today, he said, okay, he compounds twice and then he takes out once. But let me be clear with you. I compound, I'm just saying this out on record. I don't take anything out from Detonator, but I don't win the lottery. So I'm just trying to say this. I'm not saying that, I'm just trying to put perspective for us to understand. The people that win, since it's a lottery, is not necessarily the people that compound the most. So I'm saying that all of us that compound the most, if we put the multiplier, you that compound more, you will actually get more multiplication. So I'm just thinking that system probably will be the best outcome for everybody that does the right, positive thing for the ecosystem, which is compounding, rather than just being lucky with the lottery. So
sure.
That's what
yeah, no, I'm with you on a lot of that. I mean, again, I don't want to ever say we're never going to do XYZ, because again, we may do XYZ. So, but I'm with you. I think that, as the ecosystem grows, there could be some tweaks to the lottery system. I don't think that we're ever going to get rid of the lottery system, but it could be a way to, again, maybe reduce it or figure out ways to still incentivize people, because the lottery is really powerful. I mean, the lottery is a marketing
Yeah.
tool. And again, I know I've said it before, but it's like, would you rather have, a pool that is, really sustainable and actually able to realize your gains, or, not? So that's really more, and you're really helping yourself as an investor by compounding more than claiming. So, but to incentivize that is really where we're at. So again, if everybody, claims more than they compound, then theoretically, the pool balance would always grow. So, I'm with you, Hunter. I get a lot of what you're saying, but there's always two sides to the coin, and at the end of the day, I can say, no matter what we do, will be for the sustainability and longevity of Detonator. So, again, that's absolutely something that we're working on, and I'll update.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Sorry. What I'm saying is this. I get your point. Yeah, probably it might not end up, eliminating the lobby totally. But what I'm just saying is this. There is this concept: one person wins. That's true, and it brings many people. But there is something we've not yet tried. When everybody sees that, your daily burst is not being drained. I don't know if you get the point. Because one person wins, it's always something. People don't complain. I'm not saying that the system is good. I want to be in this system for like years. I just feel like when you have a massive effect that, every day, regardless of what happens, your daily burst instead goes up because we are growing. You understand? That is in the crypto term, that is more bullish than us having one person winning a day. Because in that regard, the 1,000 and so people that are in the system, every day you get up, and because you're compounding in the system, you see your daily burst going up. That is a more positive, something.
Let me interrupt you real fast. Yeah. So I get what you're saying, but that economically, that's not really how it would work, even with a multiplier. So again, it would alleviate it somewhat, but you have to understand, if the pool balance is growing, and that's why, again, we try to tell everybody this, but it's kind of hard, it seems like we're saying it over and over and over again, but just compounding alone does not actually increase your burst amount. You have to, again, it's dependent on how much volume is coming into the pool. I mean, today is a great example. Like, almost 700 LP entered in the last hour with the rollover. So that's a lot of new capital that comes in, and no matter how hard you're compounding, your daily burst is still going to decay a little bit. So the idea is that over the long run, with the contract going up and down, you're still able to see about 1% per day over the life of the contract. So nowhere in the white paper or anywhere else have we guaranteed a 1% a day. What we guarantee is a 365% return. So it may take a little longer, it may take not as long. I mean, if the contract balance starts draining again, then your burst will go up. So, but yeah, brother, I mean, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, but because all input is good input. But again, even as much as we want to make the system completely fair, there is, some people that are going to be, at a bit of a disadvantage than others, especially claimers. I mean, again, if you're just getting in and claiming, every day, then, you get your 365, but, it could take a lot longer to get that because, you're not a good actor in the ecosystem. So yeah, I'm with you, man. And I think, like you said, I think a multiplier on compounding is a quick fix, so to speak. Even though, again, we don't feel like anything is broken, it's just will help the ecosystem grow that much faster. Because yeah, as you said, I mean, the lottery is great, but I think, again, those that are in the system already, if they see their burst maintaining, then it's even more bullish to add more funds. So yeah, absolutely, bro. All right, I think that's it. I don't know if we can there's anything else I want to dive in further with that. So we'll move on, bro. But yeah, Hencher, I appreciate your input, man. All right, guys. Let me look and see if there's any other questions or comments. Is LA, are you still on? I don't know if LA is still here.
I'm here, yeah.
Hey, I have a question for you. How about that? We're turning the tables. Any progress on maybe a merchandise store, or you want to give any alpha on that? I don't know.
I was going to follow up with those people I was telling you about on
awesome.
Monday, and actually send them that new article and stuff when following up to kind of like keep moving things along. So let's wait a little bit to give an update, maybe.
All right, no worries. Sounds good, guys. So yeah, again, LA has been incredible. She has taken the bull by the horn, so to speak, with Couch Money, and we are trying to implement a merchandise store, but there's still some last minute variables that we have to work out. So yeah, that'll be another update on LA. So all right, awesome. All right, guys, let me see if there's any other anything else. Let's see. So yeah, the bond chart, there's a question on that. We are going to update the bond chart. Some of you have been asking about a little bit easier way to read the bond redemption chart. The one that we have now that's in our docs and on our in our assets, it's a little bit overly complicated because it gives a variable on like all the way up to like double peg, which I don't think we're going to see that, at least in the short term. So yeah, we'll work on that to answer that question. Let me see if there's any other questions on YouTube, and yeah, if anybody else has anything they want to add, another question, feel free to interrupt me.
G'day, AJ.
Yeah, Bobo, what's up, brother? Yeah.
Much, man. Yeah, just on that bond chart, the E-share premium on there, what's that referring to?
So yeah, that's an old chart. Again, there's been a lot of circulating charts, I guess I should say. But yeah, I think that was a typo actually. It should not say E-share. It should say actual EMP premium. So yeah, I think somebody was circulating an old bond redemption chart. I'll post as soon as I hang up. I'll post the one that is legit. So.
All right, awesome, man. Cheers for that.
All right, no problem.
Have a good one.
Brother. Yep, you too, bro. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, I think that was it. I don't see any other questions or comments on YouTube or Telegram. So yeah, guys, we're again just to recap, some alpha. We're working on another major partnership with a well-respected YouTuber for ongoing coverage outside of James Pelton and Crypto Mike. And then we are looking really good on CoinGecko right now. We're trending there. Should be hopefully in the #1 spot on the next update. So hopefully that will give us some more eyeballs. And then we also, there's one last alpha before I wrap it up. So we have actually secured a new partnership with another NFT project. So similar to how and what we did with Hydro Rails, we have a new project that I'm really impressed by, and again, comes highly recommended and vetted, that is actually agreed to do even a larger injection into the treasury than Hydro Rails did. So I'll give an update on that hopefully tomorrow. But we're making moves, and that's on another chain as well. So we're able to get some cross-chain promotion. It's not on Binance Smart Chain or Ethereum mainnet. So that is another really exciting thing that we think will help everyone involved. So yeah, that's the alpha. So all right, everyone. I think that's it. I have time for like one or two more questions. Anybody else? Alright guys, well I think we're gonna wrap it up then. Again, thanks everybody for being here. We have an amazing community, and things are still looking incredible. Detonator is like at an all-time high. as far as LP balance, and that's with the overall market, pulling back. So things are looking great. We are right at about peg now, but don't let that discourage you. If we go below peg, again, nodes are a great option. Buy some fresh EMP off the market and go into nodes or go into bonds. So I'll make sure the bond chart is updated if we do go below peg. And again, think about us being below peg as literally buying discounted Ethereum. So because EMP is fractionalized ETH, it's basically getting ETH at a discount. So when you start thinking about it that way, there really should be no reason that we ever go below peg for a long period of time. So yeah, again, just some different ways to play the game. Alright guys, well thanks again for all the support, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. So same time, same place. Alright everybody, good night, good day, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.